Hello and welcome to another episode of Dream Home Cooking. Today I am in our beautiful model home at Shadowbrook out in the Monrovia area, and I have a delicious menu. Today I'm going to make chicken parmesan. It's a very simple method that I'm going to show you guys. And then I have a sun-dried tomato and goat cheese crostini that I'm going to make for an appetizer. For dessert, I'm going to make a cheesecake with a cherry topping, and it's a very unusual cheesecake. And I'm also going to throw a little Caesar salad in there. So because this cheesecake takes a little while to bake, I'm going to go ahead and start on it first. So what I have here are 3 blocks of cream cheese. This is not a low-calorie cheesecake by any means, but it's very good. So I've got the 3 blocks of cream cheese that I let come to room temperature, so I'm going to work on that in a minute. But before I do that, I want to take a tube of crescent rolls. And that's what makes this cheesecake so different and unique, is that instead of a typical graham cracker type crust, we've got a croissant crust. So you just want to work with it and unroll. Sometimes these can be a little tricky. I may have let this dough sit out a little longer than I should have. Be careful not to leave it out of the fridge too long. I think I had it out for about 20 minutes, and it probably should have just been out 5 or 10. And then it'll be plenty easy to work with. So I kind of had to baby it a little bit, but you just want to make sure that you squeeze all the dough together to where you're covering the whole bottom of the pan, and then you can even go up the sides some. But that's okay because it's on the bottom and nobody will see it. All right, so now I'm ready to get started on the filling. So as I'd said, this is 3 blocks of cream cheese that's at room temperature. I'm going to go ahead and start blending it, and it'll soften up after a few seconds of blending it. And then I'm going to add a cup of sugar to the cream cheese, and you just want to make sure you get that sugar mixed in there real well. All right, so that takes about 5 minutes to get that sugar good and mixed in the cream cheese. Then the next step is 5 eggs. And I was hastily prepping this morning at the model, and it's been a while since I made this recipe, and I forgot that I like to do the eggs one at a time. I had already cracked them in here, so I'm just gonna add, just try to add one at a time like this. Okay, and the last egg is going in. All right, I've got the last of the 5 eggs in there. Now the last step is to add a carton, an 8-ounce carton of sour cream. I'm just gonna squeeze that right in there. This is the simplest recipe, and it's very tasty. Okay, so the mixing is done. And I'm just gonna take a spatula just to kind of scrape down what I didn't get with the mixer. And it smells really good. All right, and then I'm gonna pour it into this croissant crust. Just like so. Okay, so I got that in there. And I got a little bit on the side that I wanna get cleaned up. And then the last thing I like to do is to take, well, first I'm gonna kind of do like that to even it out. I like to take a little cinnamon and just very lightly sprinkle a little cinnamon on the top. And then I'm gonna take just a little bit of white sugar, just sprinkle a little on the top. This cake is really not that sweet when you think about all the cream cheese and sour cream in it, but I put a little cherry pie topping over it, cherry pie filling, and it really makes it delicious. Okay, so this is done. Now I put it in an oven. Because it's in a glass dish, I bake it at 325 for about 40 to 45 minutes. You just want to watch it. And so I'm going to put this in the oven, get this cleaned up, and then I want to show you guys how I cook the chicken parmesan.
When we came to looking for a cabinet company and a manufacturer to use, and with Wellborn being the selection, Wellborn has a good foundation within the company and the folks that run their company. And when you have a good foundation, things typically follow suit with that, and things will stay steady. Their values, I feel like, are on a solid foundation. I feel like their true intent is to build a product that will be a lasting product. You're gonna love what you see.
Wellborn Cabinets, the essence of cabinetry, at Woodland Homes of Huntsville.
Want to create something extraordinary? Create perfection. Our lifestyle appliances make it easy. GE Monogram, Bob Wallace Appliance, and you, when only the best will do.
I had the best dream last night. We were building a new house or remodeling, and I found the most gorgeous tile. Tumble noche for the master bath, Venetian gold granite for the kitchen, and a beautiful custom backsplash. And while shopping, I ran into Jean-Luc.
So, you're heading to Jenkins Brick and Tile today?
Yeah.
I'll go with you.
Jenkins Brick and Tile, Madison Boulevard in Madison. We'll show you the tile of your dreams.
All right, now I'm ready to start on the chicken parmesan, and this is a recipe that my sweet friend Kim shared with me. She is a fantastic cook, and she was right. I mean, it is simple, but it is delicious. So you want to take 3 thick chicken breasts, and that's usually how they come, 3 to a pack, and they're always real thick, so I like to cut them in half and then pound them. Before I do that though, I think I'm going to start with what I dip them in before I get my hands all dirty. So I've got 2 eggs here, and I'm going to add about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of milk, and that's going to be the egg wash. And then I have some Italian breadcrumbs, and you're going to need about a cup of Italian breadcrumbs. And I seem to always do too much, but I'd rather go ahead and have too much than have to stop and add to it, but you can always add to it. Then I like to put a little more extra Italian seasoning over here in the egg and milk wash, and also a little garlic powder. Then I'm going to add about 3/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese, and this is the grated kind that you buy over in the refrigerated section. So then I'm going to just mix this together. All right, so then I'm going to poke these yolks a little bit and then get them nice and mixed in with the milk. Okay, all right, so that's good and mixed. So now I'm going to split these chicken breasts. So I like to put them, and you want to really wash your hands thoroughly after you do this when you're dealing with poultry. Okay, so what I like to do in order to cut them is I put my hand over the chicken breast. I've got a nice sharp knife, and I'm just going to start at the end here, and I'm just going to keep that one. I'm going to keep on cutting just so I can split these in half, and they're not going to be the same size, and that is okay. But it's just to get rid of some of that thickness, because it's a lot easier to cook them when they're not so thick. Okay, so and there was a nice chunk of fat on that one, so you always want to cut that fat off, because there's nothing worse than biting into that. All right, so I have a piece of parchment paper, and I just want to put it over the chicken. And then I have a meat mallet, and I'm just going to not beat it to death, because you'll shred it all to pieces, but just on the flat side, just kind of pound it. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it over and pound the other side. Okay. And then I like to take this side that has the little puncture side and just very gently, this tenderizes it, gently just pound one side with that. Okay, then I'm going to do a round of seasonings on this chicken. I'm going to do garlic powder, Italian seasoning, and black pepper and onion powder. And I think that just adds to the flavor of it when you layer your seasonings. Layer the meat, layer the breading that you're going to fry it in. I have a funny story about this chicken parmesan. When my kids were little, they would sit at the bar and do their homework while I was cooking dinner sometimes. And the very first time they ever saw me make this, I was pounding the chicken. I'd had a really bad day, and I said, oh, it just feels so great to get all my frustrations out. So now, ever since the kids were little, when we have chicken parmesan, they want to know if mom's had a bad day, because they associate it with that. But it is a great way to get your frustrations out if you need to. And you want to season both sides of this chicken. Okay, so I've got the second side seasoned, and now I am ready to start the battering process. But I'm going to do a few of these just so you guys can see. All right, just make sure you get it coated real well with that egg and milk mixture. And I'm trying to keep one hand clean, but it's a little hard. And then just make sure that you coat that chicken real well with all of that good breadcrumb and Parmesan cheese mixture. All right, and then I'm just gonna set it back right here for a minute. And also, if you wanna do this ahead of time, this is a good step to just, after you bread it, you can put it on a plate, pop it in the fridge, and then just let it sit out for about 30 minutes before you start to cook it. All right, so I'm gonna finish breading these, and when we come back, I'm gonna show you guys how I finish them up in the skillet, and then I'm gonna work on my sun-dried tomato and goat cheese crostinis.
At Quality Plus, our motto is don't call 3, call me. Because where else can you find North Alabama's finest craftsmen who can handle all of your residential roofing, drywall, and painting needs? At Quality Plus, all work is 100% guaranteed, and no job is too big or too small, whether it's new construction or remodeling. So for your roofing, drywall, and painting needs, don't call 3, call me at Quality Plus Production, 256-990-7578.
There's something about carpet that gives a room a warm, soft feeling. Our carpet also gives you something else, peace of mind. All of our exclusive carpet brands are made in the USA and come with a lifetime warranty. So feel free to live your life exactly the way you want. Get your soft carpet from the flooring experts at Wolde Flooring. Visit our new showroom in Madison, locally owned since 2002.
My father started this business in 1977. The people that work for us is part of what sets us apart. All of our employees have experience. All of our plumbers have been with us for 10 years or greater. Our motto at Dean & Son is quality and service. We're going to do quality work. We don't leave people hanging. We're there when we're supposed to be. We're done when we're supposed to be. Living up to what you sell and service them after they pay you, that's where your integrity in the plumbing business comes.
Dean & Son Plumbing Company. Call today at 518-9780.
Okay, we're back. I've got all the chicken breast breaded, so now I have just a little bit of oil, just enough to cover this nonstick skillet. And what I'm gonna do is just brown this chicken on both sides. I just wanna brown it. I don't wanna cook it completely. So it'll take about 2 minutes on each side, and I'm only gonna do about 2 chicken breasts at a time because I don't wanna overcrowd the skillet. And then I'll flip them, and then eventually I'm gonna end up putting, what I wanna do is when I take these out, I'm gonna put them on a pan just to kind of get the excess oil off. Then I'm gonna transfer them to a casserole dish, and then I'll show you guys what I do at that point. So the chicken Parmesan is browned on each side. It's not completely cooked through. That's why we wanna bake it for about 20 minutes. So I'm transferring the partially cooked chicken to a baking dish. It smells wonderful though. Okay, so then how to finish it up is to take some sauce, and you guys know by now I'm okay with using jarred sauces. This is the Bertolli brand that I like. Now, I don't want to saturate it, so what I'm gonna do is just put some spoonfuls on top of each chicken breast because I'm gonna serve this with a side of pasta and more sauce. So I don't want to just overwhelm this dish with sauce. Just enough. Christina came home from Auburn this past weekend and I made this dish, and Mike and Christina literally had an argument in the kitchen over who was getting the last piece of this. So it's a mighty tasty dish, and she won, by the way. Okay, so I think that's enough sauce, and then I'm gonna take some grated mozzarella cheese, and I like to use the kind that has a touch of Philadelphia cream cheese in it. I just think it melts really pretty. And again, I'm not gonna completely saturate this with the cheese. I'm just gonna put enough to where it'll melt on there pretty, and then you can always add more when you're serving it. All right, and so then the last step in making this dish is to cover it with aluminum foil. I'm gonna completely cover it, and then I'm gonna put it in the oven at 375 for 20 minutes. So I'm gonna do that, get this cleaned up, and when we come back, I'm gonna work on our Caesar salad and this delicious sun-dried tomato and goat cheese crostini. Okay, so now I've got all of my ingredients out for this crostini, and goat cheese is a strong cheese. I love it. You either love it or you hate it. So if you don't want to use goat cheese, you can always substitute mozzarella instead, the fresh mozzarella. And all you do is mix this goat cheese with these sun-dried tomatoes. But before I do that, what you want to do is, I took a baguette that I bought from the grocery store bakery, and I just sliced it with a bread knife, about 1.5 inches thick. And now I'm just going to drizzle a little olive oil over the top of it, and I'm gonna bake this just for about 3 to 5 minutes until it crunches up a little bit. Then I'm gonna turn it over and put the crostini mixture on there and broil it. So for now, I'm just gonna leave this here, and I'll come back later with that. So first, what you wanna do is these are sun-dried tomatoes that you buy in a jar, and they're packed in olive oil, and that's the ones you want to use. And you just want about 2 to 3 tablespoons. And I'm pulling them out with a fork, so that way you have some oil, but not a ton. So now I just want to take a knife, and I'm just gonna chop these into just little bitty pieces. Okay, so now I've got my 4 ounces of goat cheese that I'm gonna add these sun-dried tomatoes to. So you just wanna work with the goat cheese. Oh, and I also want to put a little garlic powder, just about 1/2 teaspoon garlic powder in there. And this part is done. This is also something you can do ahead of time, pop this in the fridge and then just pull it out and let it sit for a little bit to get softened. Because what I'm going to do after I toast this bread, I'm going to spread this mixture a generous amount onto each crostini. Now I'm ready to start on the Caesar salad, and this is so simple. And I'll show you guys, you can do a lot of this with just simple store-bought ingredients. I like to buy this romaine lettuce that's triple washed, it's organic, and I think it's pretty when you can serve a salad with these long lettuce pieces. So I like to just kind of arrange it just in a pretty little manner, okay? And then I'm gonna take these wonderful crispy onions. I've used these before. You can buy these over by the croutons. Just kind of lay some on the plate. But they add a really delicious crunch to your salad. This is not your traditional Caesar salad by any means, but it's one that Mike and I have come to love that I make. And then I've got some bacon bits. Then I like to take some of this Parmesan cheese, sprinkle it over the top, and then some fresh pepper. And then my favorite salad dressing on the market right now is this Cardini's. And I'm not gonna dress it just yet because I don't want it to get soggy. It's gonna be a little bit before Mike is here. So I'm gonna get these in the fridge and then finish up my crostinis. All right, I've got the bread toasted, and now I'm spreading the mixture on top. And I'm gonna put it back in the oven and broil it just for about 2 minutes. You wanna watch it really close, just until this cheese melts on the top. And when we come back, Mike will be here. He's gonna tell you all about Shadowbrook, this beautiful community that I've been cooking in today. And we will taste all of this delicious food.
In choosing a contractor in today's market, you know, finding someone that is going to take care of you and make sure that you're happy with their product, with the quality, it's not an easy task today. The most important thing to me is doing what you say you're going to do, taking care of the customer, installing a product that is superior. My motto is call the lady with a team you can trust, and I feel confident that we are a team that you can trust.
Since 1983, individuals and businesses in Alabama have relied on Wolf Jones, Conchin, Wolf, Hancock, and Daniel for their legal representation. Our experienced attorneys offer high-quality legal counsel in commercial law, real estate, and personal injury litigation. So if you need an attorney, hire the best attorney you can. Call the experienced North Alabama attorneys of Wolf Jones, Conchin, Wolf, Hancock, and Daniel to arrange your initial consultation, because we're dedicated to setting the standard for legal services.
Well, today we're in Shadowbrook, and Shadowbrook is located in the Sparkman school system, and it's located right off of Jeff Road. Go by Sparkman High School, turn left on Ford's Chapel, and we're about 2 miles on the left. And Shadowbrook is a community that we've been building in for about 3 or 4 years, and just been real excited because we're able to offer such a value price point in this community. A lot of the homes that we would build in Madison of the same type and style, those homes could run $50,000 to $75,000 more. So for the value shopper, Shadowbrook is the perfect product. Shadowbrook also has an amenity pool. During the summertime, it's a place where the neighbors come together and just fellowship and hang out by the swimming pool, and we got a big recreational area and a cabana over there, so lots of cookouts during the summertime. So Shadowbrook is really just a family-oriented community. One of the things that I did when I developed Shadowbrook is I put access to the elementary school. This has been huge for our homeowners because the elementary students here that live in Shadowbrook, they can literally walk to school, and it's safe because they come into the backside of the school system. So being able to have a pedestrian access for parents and kids to be able to walk to school is also something that's really important for the Shadowbrook area. You know, a lot of you are out there and, you know, you may have been in a home for several years and, you know, you may be thinking about purchasing a new home, but, you know, you're just not quite sure, you know, or want to go through the hassle of being able to sell your current home. We have several different programs that's available. We've got programs to where we have our own real estate company. It's called Woodland Real Estate Inc., to where we can list your home and sell your home for you at a reduced rate, whereby saving you some money. And we also have a buyback program. The buyback program is designed to where you can come in, select your home site, go through our design studio selection process, be able to customize your home, build your home, and then if your home has not sold by the time your new home is ready, then we have a group of investors that will buy that house back from you. You know, a lot of our homeowners that we're having come to Shadowbrook right now are coming out of apartments, and what we're able to show them is with the low interest rates, with the no money down financing programs we have, how really affordable it is. We sold a customer just last week that was paying over $1,200 a month for rent, and we were able to get them into a very large home for less than what they're paying for rent. And we can help you do the same thing. You know, one of the things that we really focus on at Woodland Homes is we want to make the home buying experience simple, easy, and enjoyable. And that's one of the reasons why we've sold over 2,000 homes since we've been in business. So for more information on Shadowbrook or any of our communities, please give us a call at 256-830-9000 or log on to our website, woodlandhomes.com, or better yet, just visit one of our many models that we have in Madison County. Look forward to seeing you.
Okay, we're back, and I've got Mike with me, and
One of my favorite dishes of all time.
well, I told the story about you and Christina this weekend fighting over the last piece.
Yeah. So yeah, but this is one of my favorite meals, and of course you know how I am on a Caesar salad. So that's also
yes.
awesome.
I've already got that Caesar salad made up, and then here's the chicken. Oh, look at that cheese.
That looks delicious.
Nice and yummy. And then I've got a cheesecake here, which is different because it's got a croissant bottom instead of the crumbs or graham cracker crumbs. And then my little crostini. You know how we love goat cheese and sun-dried tomatoes. So, and what I did was I put jarred sauce in a pan and just heated it for this. So I did a little capitavi pasta or whatever your favorite pasta is, and it just makes for a very simple, delicious meal. Good?
Fantastic, as always.
Thank you.
Love it.
Can't wait to eat it. Well, so I'm out here at Shadowbrook, and once again, it's another one of our communities that I just can't get over how much it has grown.
Yeah, you have a hard time getting down the street because of all the construction.
Yes, when I was unloading all my stuff today, I experienced that.
Yeah, well, Shadowbrook is, you know, what people like about Shadowbrook, number one is the location, because we're located, you know, right next to shopping, right on Highway 53. But not only that, when we finish selling out in Shadowbrook, there will be no more 100-foot wide lots with an affordable price point starting in the low 200s. because all the other builders and all the other developers in this price point, they've gone to 60-foot wide lots, maximum 80-foot, but it's even hard to find 80-foot. So, you know, in order to get a 100-foot wide lot in the future, you're gonna have to go up to a high $300,000, $400,000 price point. But at Shadowbrook, that's why people love it out here, is because we still have a great selection of private home sites, wooded home sites, but they're also very, very large home sites. And, you know, like I said, that this is one of our more affordable communities, but the amenities in these homes out here is still like some of our homes that are $400,000 or $500,000.
Yeah, the price point blows me away for the huge house that you get. That just always blows me away when I'm here.
There was a customer that we sold a house to. I guess he moved in about a month ago, and they were able to buy a 3,800 square foot house, and their payment was less than $1,000 a month.
Yeah,
and
that's amazing.
Fenced-in backyard, irrigation system. I mean, just just a really, really nice home. But I tell you something else that we have out at Shadowbrook that our customers are going crazy over, and that is we have 100% financing.
Oh yeah, that is huge.
So
That's huge.
somebody who doesn't have any money in order to put down on a home, they can come out here and they can buy a absolutely gorgeous home, low maintenance, and they can get into it with absolutely no money down. And so that is, it doesn't fit everybody, but the programs that we have available, actually we have 2 different programs that are available in Shadowbrook that will offer 100% financing. And you see all of these apartment complexes around here that are just, that have grown over the years. There's a pent-up demand. There are people that are sitting in apartments right now that are like, you know, it's time to do something. And and they think that they can't invest into a home, but we can show you how to get into a home with little or no money down, and have your monthly payment less than what you're paying for rent. So why give the landlord the appreciation, why give the landlord the tax write-offs when we can show you how to do that? So, it's a great community. We've got great financing out here.
A beautiful model for them to come out and check out, and that always helps to me, to see something furnished and beautiful, and it just gives you ideas on what to do with your furniture, because a lot of people are like me, they can't visualize, they have to see it and copy it.
Yeah, well, we've got, with all the homes under construction, you can visit any one of our communities on any Saturday or Sunday, or even during the week, and there's probably no less than 5 to 8 different homes that you can go through. So really, we make it easy. And a lot of our customers, and we encourage you to shop online, at the comfort of your own home before you visit our community. And so for information on any of our communities, but our featured community, Shadowbrook, this week, log on to woodlandhomes.com, and you can also
You can find the recipes on woodlandhomes.com, as well as our Dream Home Cooking Facebook page.
Absolutely. So we also would like to thank our sponsors. They do amazing work, so please look on our website and give them a call. If you're interested also in our trade-in program, we encourage you to come out, visit our models, talk to our new home sales professionals. They can give you all the information. So at Woodland Homes, we make it simple and easy, and we've helped over 2,000 homeowners get into a new home, and we can help you as well. So give us a call at 830-9000, and we look forward to meeting you and seeing you out in the communities.